here too much longer anyway, but I did not want to leave y'all hanging for the people who are watching the replay. I did not want to leave y'all hanging. I want to close out what I wanted to say. Come on in here. Come on in here. Come on in here. Come on in here. Let's see if y'all in here. Come on in. Come on in. See my white teeth? My white teethus? James Brown teeth. All right, y'all can hear? All right, cool. I'm not gonna spend too much longer, but I did want to close it out. I was talking about Teddy, but I remember that last time I saw him, I was on live with you guys in the dark like this, and that was it. Rest in peace, Teddy. I didn't know Antonio Brown and Dave Blunt's was having a beef. I generally don't pay attention to anything Dave Blunt's. I don't know where the fuck he came from. But closing out what we were talking about when it comes to this thing called propaganda, we got to understand that the most powerful media in the world has a constant projection of the lower side of our culture. That's very much so a true part of our culture. We cannot act like it doesn't exist. I don't like hood rats either. From Jasmine Crockett to Sexy Red, I don't fuck with hood rats. What's up, Lil Salsa? But we gotta understand that the most effective media on the planet, which is the United States propaganda mill. That's why, if you notice, China really started to increase their production when they kicked out U.S. media. The U.S. media is stronger than its military. That's a fact. The United States media is stronger than its military. People ask what stopped the Cold War. It's a running joke, but there's truth in just that the TV show Dallas is what stopped the Cold War in the 80s between the United States and Russia. People in Russia saw that TV show Dallas, and they thought that's how all of Americans were living. That's how they thought Americans were living from the TV show Dallas. And that made them say, fuck this communism thing, and they basically ended the Soviet Union. Police, all throughout American history, had a negative perception. There was a negative perception of police all throughout American history. But then when TV shows like Columbo and Hawaii Five-0 and Remington Steele, and when these Adam 12 and when these shows start coming, that's what changed the perception of police in America, was TV. The thing that ingratiates America to the world is really Black American music. People don't understand, from jazz, from ragtime to jazz to soul music, America uses Black music to ingratiate itself around to different countries around the planet. This is the most powerful media in the world. And they use it to marginalize and discredit us at every single turn. So are there some major things wrong with Black culture? Most definitely. We got a lot to work on. We really do. But when you go so hard, for the people who may be thinking, oh, he just being pro-Black, this, that, and the other, why do they go so hard to hide our greatness? That's all you gotta ask. If it doesn't matter, why can't we just all tell the truth? Why is Einstein seen as the American genius when he wasn't even American? He was German, and he never solved his theories. He never solved anything. He just asked good questions. Why is he seen and not George Washington Carver? Why did it we have some true American geniuses? Really, just George Washington Carver from bioengineering to rubber to plastic. They don't even mention him, but they'll mention a German named Einstein. They don't even want to talk to you about Benjamin. And the most famous clock in the world is named Big Ben. And America wants to act like he never existed. When he created the Farmer's Almanac that American farmers still use till this day. The current weather report, when you see them high temperature, the barometer, they're using the scales that was invented by Benjamin Banneker. Every time you watch the weather report on the news, you're watching Benjamin Banneker's work. So just ask yourself, why do they gotta hide all of these people if we that bad? But I'm about to be up out of here, y'all. It's fucking up again. But I'll be with y'all tomorrow. We're gonna talk about this whole Jason Whitlock, Nick Fuentes, Candace Owens thing. We're gonna talk about that tomorrow, all right? We're gonna be live tomorrow about a little later on. I got probably around 4 o'clock Pacific time tomorrow. 4 or 5 Pacific Standard Time tomorrow. We'll be at it, all right? I'll holler at y'all.